Hello, my fellow car modelers. How are you doing today? It is a nice, lazy Sunday morning. Actually, Sunday afternoon at this point. It took me a while to finally get things rolling here. But this is what we got going today. This, obviously, as you saw in the beginning, I'm doing the 4th episode of this old model car. And I got a pretty neat one. It's kind of really way away from a lot of our wheelhouses, but it's a neat one, and I really want to get this one back together. It's got, it was just a very unique build, and it was sad. My daughter broke it, but don't be mad at her. She was really trying to help out around the house and it accidentally fell, and it's time to put it back together. I mean, it has probably been 8-9 years it's been in pieces and in a bag, and here's some of the pieces here and what's left of it here, and yeah, kind of a weird thing. I'll start showing you. I don't think it's going to be too hard of a restoration here of this, but this is a very unique kit for us model car builders. This is actually a Tamiya military vehicle. It is a German Opal Blitz. It was a so look at it. It's got posable steering. Look at this is what I love about the first of all, the Tamiya vehicles. Which I got another vehicle I really want to build. That's a Tamiya military vehicle that I love the chassis, the frame, and everything. And I'm going to be doing their deuce and a half soon. Always wanted that kit. I do want to get it, but it's a smaller scale, but it's something different, something kind of weird. But this was the Opal Blitz, and I modified this as if, after the war, they kind of bought these vehicles. Some trucking company getting started bought these vehicles to kind of convert into what you see here is a little like tractor trailer type rig situation. And let's drop all the parts out here. Many parts, and I kind of weathered it up a bit, and you can see, but see, I noticed one. Oh no, I think I have everything. There was one part that is going to be tricky. That's kind of a headache rack, sort of, slash it goes here, slash I think it's where I put the spare tire, because I have a spare tire right there. But hopefully I can get that back on there. Doors were separate. The cab was in multiple pieces, so it pretty much broke apart when it fell at the right places, so there was really no damage. And here you take a look at the decals I made at the time. This was it's in German, and it says I think that says Andy's Hobby Headquarters Transport or something like that, or something. I did it towards Andy because we had a model club for a while at the store many years ago, and there was a challenge for us to all buy the same kit. He supplied the kit at cost to all the members, as long as we built it for, the whole point of it was for us to build for the club. And of course, me being one of the only car builders there, and my buddy Dave that you guys know, he did something pretty unique with his. I wish I could remember what it was. I don't think I have a picture of it, or I put it right there, but there's something else there if I couldn't find the picture. But maybe one day going over to Dave's house, we'll show you. We'll find that his version. But me, I wanted to do a civilian version. I shortened the wheelbase, and I scratch built this 5th wheel here. And let's give you guys a close look at that 5th wheel. I just kind of scratch built it out of styrene plastic, dropping stuff, but it's just a neat little model. So I got to search for my little duster. I can't find it anywhere. I was looking before I turned the camera on, so I'm probably going to take a little break here and find my duster so that I can start knocking the dust off, and we might do a little cleanup. I'll get some fluids in here, probably just some warm water will do the trick. We'll get this thing cleaned up and all put back together and take a good look at it. This will probably be easy and fun. So we'll be right back after these messages, I think, if YouTube doesn't screw it up. We try fade to black. Okay, we are back, and I've got my duster here, and let's just get some cleaning going on. All right, so let's just start dusting. And where we got a lot of dust, it's not coming off as well as I had hoped. And this will be tricky because I got one headlight on there, but it's mostly here in these deals here. You see little things that grab a hold of. There, yay! And then there's a little piece of something there. Looks like plastic that was carved off of something, but yeah, we've got kind of a dusty thing going here. That's just, the dust is just embedded into the paint. I wonder if we'll be able to get that kind of cleaned up. Since that didn't work, I will take a little bit of toilet paper. I like to keep a little bit of toilet paper or Kleenex around, soft, not so harsh like paper toweling, and you know, I can kind of get in there. Maybe we'll clean it up. Yeah, we're getting it in there. Get it all cleaned up. Yeah, that's doing the trick. This was kind of a dull paint job because it's, you know, should be like the late 40s and just a service vehicle that, you know, they're not going to put a lot of time into a beautiful paint job, especially if it was old Army surplus that they bought when they were trying to, you know, get Germany all started back up. So I'm not going to really worry so much about that. I just want to get the unscale, you know, basically out of scale dust off. Now hopefully I don't pop this headlight. So I know the other one's going to be a difficulty to keep on there. I don't want to have to deal with two of them, but I think I can get around it. Get like right, just kind of make a little crunched up little bit of rag there and get it all in there and cleaned. Again, the engine bay, it doesn't open. Actually, it is kind of removable, the engine bay, but there's no engine for these, so except underneath. So there's really no need to worry about down in there. That's never going to be seen. But I'm really pleased to get working back to work on this. And again, like I said, you know, my daughter, she was trying to help out. I didn't even get mad about it. I thought it was really cool that she jumped in. Heck, she was young. This was a long time ago. And she was just trying to dust off some of the models and the shelf that my models were on in the living room at the time. And this one just kind of hit the ground. And she, oh boy, did she feel bad. And I, you know, it was cool for her to try to help out. And I looked at it and was like, I'll fix it. It's easy. And I just never got around to it. So there. How's that look? Let's see, get that in the light. I might have to move my light a little higher. If I lose light, you know, we'll either edit it or you're just with me on this. But yeah, I gotta fire off my light. My light is like a video in itself. I can't even touch it. If I just graze across it when I'm reaching, it goes out. It's very, very touchy, and the light is actually probably, you know, World War II vintage. It's kind of a cool light if you've ever seen it in any of my old videos. But yeah, that's that. So I think that's as far as I'm going to take it. I'm not going to get too much into getting rubbing compound or anything. I'm not upset about the sheen of this, because I mean, look at the paint on the body, which we will clean that up too with just some water. Like I said, I'm not even using soapy water. I'm just taking water and just kind of taking the surface dust off. It's been on there for a while. I remember when I put this, I didn't do too good of a job. It was kind of a hurry job, and I remember the cab wasn't together real well, so this might give me the opportunity to make the cab a little nicer. And you can see the little bit of weathering I did. I used Tamiya weathering kits that I personally, they're not the real popular way with all the Valero and stuff that's out nowadays, but I still like these. That's what I used back then. It was the only weathering stuff I had at the time. And you can see on the back of the cab, a little bit of that, not that, there's kind of a schmutz right there, but you can see a little bit of the kind of rust look I put on things. It's not supposed to be a perfect model or a perfect truck, you know, a show truck or anything. Total commercial vehicle. I don't know what this is on here. It's coming off though. We're getting that yuck off of there. But I'm scraping it off so it doesn't look so obvious. And I think what we can do is take some more of the weathering stuff. We got the interior, the steering wheel kind of came loose. I think it would just go into there, so we'll get that glued into place. You know what? I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to take a little bit of glue, and I'm going to go ahead and just put a dab of glue right there on that little piece. If you can see, there's like a collar that it fits into the firewall right there, and I think we're good. Let me do a test fit of where that'll land. Yeah, you'd figure that'd be down by the frame, but again, that's underneath the hood. It's not going to be seen, so we're not going to worry about it too much. I'm just going to go ahead and put some glue down here. That seemed to be where the glue, I had the glue the last time. I think that'll work out fine. Put some glue, and we'll fit that down into there. Very delicate little model too. You got to be real careful when I don't want to break any stuff that's already on there. It's kind of dirty underneath, but that's the undercarriage. We can live with that. And then we've got this little piece. Doesn't quite want to fit in there. If you can see how we got to get the back of the cab here, this part of the cab's got to fit down into there, and I'm already breaking. I broke pieces under there already. Yeah, that's the problem you have. Just look at all that. That's what I hate. I kind of scratch build out of metal. I guess there's the top of the, I don't know, like a shield for the, it's come loose. There's a shield for the muffler, because the muffler was hollow on top, because normally it wasn't seen, so I just kind of did something to hide it. Looks like I broke the drive shaft, because the drive shaft was shortened because, well, you know, it's a shortened wheelbase. And let's dab a little glue onto this. And there I go, breaking the drive shaft again. But that's okay. So we got that all together. And we're going to let this sit, and I'll be back in a few minutes, and we'll see how it goes. We'll see it in a few. Heck, let's take another break. Fade to black. Okay, we're back from a little step away, and everything is all glued good. And let's first let's fix that. I'll probably break it again, but let's fix that drive shaft. What do you say? A little dab will do you. Get that onto the yoke there. I hope you can see that. Maybe you can, maybe you can't. And then we'll pop that into place like thus. Snaps right back where it belongs. Seems to be all straight, kind of, sort of. Let's get that fixed before the glue totally sets up. And then we can go bink, bink. There we go. All better. There's a nice look at the underside. Alrighty, so we've got to put, let's clean the glass up a bit, and we'll just go ahead and just give this thing a cleaning. There we go. And looks like I super glued it back in those days when I built it, but I'm going to bust out my clear parts glue. I am going to miss that product from Testors. It's great for glass because when it sets up, it sets up clear. And there we go. It's up in there. Do a quick test fit. I think we'll do fine. I just want to get this thing back together. It's not a show model. I just want it to be up on the shelf. It's something cool. There's a ridge right here to where the whole roof just sets right into place. And I think it'll be good enough. I won't have to glue down there. We'll see later when we get the doors on. Again, I don't have the instructions anymore, so I don't know. From what I remember, you could put this on and then you had a choice of putting doors on it or not. I think we're good like that. There we go. It's pretty well into place. I'm holding it a bit. So there we go. We got a cab. It's looking good. Doors. Let's put on some doors. Let's see. I think there used to be glass for the doors, but that's not that big of a deal. Put a little dab of glue in the channel here. And right over here. And down below here. I think this will... Enough glue spots. I think that should do the job. I don't want to put any there near those hinges. I don't know if that'll work out too well. Let's just get that door in place. My fat fingers. There we go. There we go. It's all up in there. And just threw a little dab right there to grab it. I think that did it. What do you think? There we go. Any of you speaker can read German, I can't remember. I think that did say Andy's Hobby Headquarters. Andy's Hobbies Transport, something like that. A little dab there, a little dab over there. Getting a little sloppy. Let's get this into place. Oh boy. Try it again. Kind of having a problem getting this thing to fit all gooder up into there. Oh well. Look at that. I forgot a little. Look at that tiny little door latch. Yeah, they're the ones on there. I can't believe those never busted off. Just tiny little door latch. Alrighty. And from the crash, things aren't aligning up too perfect, but I think we get it. I think it's good. I think it's good, so that means it's good. Here's the Opal Blitz grill. This was where the Opal Blitz emblem went, or something like that. I did not put that on there. So we are going to just do a little bit of gluing right there. There's a spot and a slot to put that all in. Let's get it in there to give our vehicle its proper look. Look at that. And there's nothing that goes underneath there, so maybe a little dab right there. That should hold this hood on. I'll try a different technique. Oh, there we go. So I think the glue we will put here is just on this lip here. Maybe right there. See, that other side already fell off. Isn't that neat? I don't know. I don't know why they're not meeting up. That's kind of weird. I don't remember a centerpiece. Not quite sure. There must be a centerpiece that I'm missing. So, that's kind of sad. I don't remember it. I think there was a centerpiece. I must have lost it. Obviously. I will look around for that. Let's look in this is the bag that was all in. It must have been a part that went flinging and got lost. So, I don't know, maybe we'll come up with a piece later. I never thought about that. But I think we'll be fine. We'll figure something. Maybe I'll just cut out a piece of aluminum. I'll give you guys an update. But for now, you know, we're getting it together. At least it looks like a truck again, which I'm very pleased about that. Now I'm going to go ahead and I've got my little, I scratch built a headache rack. Or really, it was more of a, I think this used to be a part that was down on the frame somewhere where the spare tire attached. But I went ahead and put it back here to put the spare tire up the back. We'll go ahead and my glue's getting yuck. It's time for a new bottle. Actually have one set aside. Stuff is getting thick. And when it's thick, you tend to get sloppy. But that's okay, because I'm the sloppy model builder. I don't know if you guys can see what I'm trying to get done here. I need that third arm. Let me try something. Get a little apparatus here to pull this where I want it and let this stuff flow down to the bottom there, and hopefully there, it bonded. Let's hope bonded. Now the sad thing is this is kind of a weak, it's kind of a flimsy, weak piece right there, and I want to glue this onto there. I think that's how I had it, and that's going to be a real delight. So what we're going to try here, hopefully this thing, I keep hitting stuff, it seems strong enough. I'm just going to put a blob of glue there and hope and pray. Because a while ago, if you look there used to be little tabs that it lined right up on there, but now we don't have that. So I just got to kind of work it. I don't know. I'm trying to have gravity help me here. Plus I got to see where I'm going with it. We'll throw a little dab in there. Maybe that helped it out. What do you think? Look at that. It stayed. Oh, I love that instant set. Now, just got to figure out this headlight. It's kind of a flimsy thing. Normally, I would go through the thing, a proper way of repairing this. I probably should drill a hole there, and this is so delicate and small. Drill a hole there and put like a wire. I don't know if that's going to work well. So I think we're just going to chance it with some CA glue. Yeah, maybe it worked. It's not totally perfect. I think we got enough movement. We can get that. Yeah, well, you know, there we go. It's on. It's a little goofy, but again, work truck. It's been through some bangs and some bumps. Actually, it's on there pretty strong now. It looks horrific, but this is a horrific looking work vehicle. It's been through some heck. Can I say that? Or should I said hell? Anyways, there we go. Wow. I need to figure out a filler piece there. I'll probably fabricate something later on. But we got it together. I can put this on the shelf and just enjoy it and look at it. It's nothing, no biggie. I wouldn't take it to a show. I might bring it to a model meeting just to say, hey, you know, what the heck. But one thing this is to show you is that this opens up the mind. Look at this. I take this little, you know, a Tamiya war vehicle, you know, us model car builders, we kind of go straight to the model car section. Go look in the armor section. There are some really cool vehicles there, and I'm going to be doing some Tamiya armor builds on this channel, but more like something like this, because they're going to be, I mean, this is a model car. This is not a tank. This is armor, I guess technically. It's Tamiya, whatever scale this is, I don't know off the top of my head. Is it 1/32nd scale? Is it 1/43rd? I'm not sure. No, it's not 43rd. It's way bigger. I think it's 32nd scale. You know, that's it right there. You've probably already seen the box. I probably put it up earlier. But yeah, there it is. That's it. I'd put it on the little roundabout thing. We could take a look at it. Okay, I'll do that. You talked me into it. Okay, well, you know, I didn't put up the, you know, a background here. I'm sorry for all the mess we got back here, but there we go. We get a good look at it. I don't have great light. I'm kind of shining a light on here. It's casting some shadows, but you get the gist of this baby. It was a fun, quick build, and I had a good time just getting back together. I've seen it sitting there for the longest time in a baggie, all in pieces, and it's just a cool little truck to just kind of throw back together. It was a fun build back when I did it. Something different, unique. Had a good time with it. I'll probably still play around with this. I want to find something to fill in that panel, because I mean, that was 3 houses ago when this thing got crashed, so it probably slipped under something. It's been long gone, so I'll probably figure something out, and I probably want to do a little more weathering to it. I don't know. or it might just go on the shelf like this. You'll see the profile of it, and you know, it is what it is. I had a good time with it. It's a cool little build. But you know, a couple things. Whenever our models kind of fall and get smashed, and you kind of want to put them back together, you know, just so they look decent enough to be on the shelf, just throw them back together. Or, you know, a complete restoration, which, you know, I'll do that once in a while. But, you know, some things are, you know, I just want it back together and on the shelf and looking decent. And go from there, you know. It was a neat little thing to do in the morning. And it also shows you, look at all of the other opportunities there are out there. You can go into the armor section, and there are so many neat what they call soft skin vehicles in the armor section, which, you know, you can't lose with Tamiya anyway. Tamiya is just awesome, awesome, awesome stuff, no matter what it is, and they just build into really nice models. And I mean, you know, these Tamiya trucks and all that, they got the coolest frame and suspension detail, and it's just something neat if you want to play with weathering, or, you know, you can. It doesn't have to be military. Look what I did here, right? You know, that's cool. So I want to thank you guys for watching this. I hope it, you know, gave you some ideas and some inspiration, and you know, have a good time with this. It's a fun hobby, because, you know, that's why we do it, right? So, you know, just build model cars. Why? And even armored model cars. Why? Because they're fun. Here's the producers. I don't know if that's going to work well, so I think we're just going to chance it with some CA glue. I'll put a little tiny, you know what, it's probably better to do this. Put a little tiny dab on there. And let's see, you guys are getting an upshot view. I wish I had a better angle for you. I just can't get this. Okay, I got to do it from where I can see it. I'm sorry. Hopefully you guys get this. I just set it there.
Come on, man.
Oh, this is stressful because the thing wants to move on me. It wants to back up.
Tony, do me a favor, will you please? Will you? Will you do me a kindness?
There we go. Oh, it's not wanting to stay. Let's try another way. Sometimes that bonding stuff works, sometimes it does not. Got to get all the excess off there, and I dropped it on the floor, so we're done. It's gone. I felt it hit my toe and bounce away. So if I can't find it within the next few secs, we're going to go with one headlight.
Well, duh.
And it's done. I think I could see. Also, just so you know, I'm blind. I don't have my regular glasses, so to hunt for something down here is totally impossible. And I find it. I think I found it. I can't see. I don't have any glasses on. Is that it? Let's hope. But maybe in that time, that should be a funny show right there. Let me put my model building spectacles on. Let's try this out again. Jeez.
This conversation can serve no purpose anymore. Goodbye.
Alright. We're just laying it into place. It doesn't want to work. My hands don't want to ungrip. Sometimes I get these cramps, and then my hand becomes a clamp and I can't open up. So let's try this again. Yeah, maybe it worked. It's not totally perfect. I think we got enough movement. We can get that. Yeah, Well, you know, there we go. It's on. It's a little goofy, but again, work truck. It's been through some bangs and some bumps. Actually, it's on there pretty strong now. It looks horrific, but this is a horrific looking work vehicle. It's been through some heck. Can I say that?